Artistry videos again.
Dark thoughts. Anxiety followed by thoughts of death. Constant flashes of ways I'll die. Mostly car accidents and tragic events. Depression and suicidal ideations, which are surrounded by thoughts of no longer healing and living. Last night I didn't even have the energy to pray, give thanks, or uplift myself. I was just angry and extra irritable. A very dark place to be, where the in-between doesn't even exist, where tears are too afraid to fall into the shadows of the abyss. Sad part is, no one knows where this version of me resides or travels from. 1 minute it's lights, camera, action, then the next it's complete darkness and heaviness, confusion. I guess it's growing pains. My body detaching and my mental processing things and fragments of my hearts that have been broken and shattered. To see these writings with tears, or to baptize these lower vibrations and purify them in honesty, truth, and declarations of depth of me, and a part of me that no one sees. Those dark thoughts will be continued. It's getting heavy, and its ink is beginning to bleed blood. Peace until next time.
Makes me feel so good inside. Makes me feel so good inside.
So, who needs a release? I mean, who needs a healing, a lyrical description of addressing your feelings, demons, and accepting your flaws? A release of all that negative energy, past traumas and neglect. Expressing deep emotions, this is your outlet. Be vulnerable, my reflections. Release. Occult dreams and fairy tale travels on my sense of peace. I'm fiending for an escape, another route to take, not realizing that I'm only hurting myself more. Before one door opens, I must first close four. We gotta dig deep into our roots and tackle those generational curses. We walking around with skeletons that still bear flesh. To truly be alive means to be fearless of death. I know you got some secrets you're afraid to admit. I know you got some things you've done that you'll never forget. But lyrical healing is your platform to heighten your awareness and acknowledge your debts and release that child that still cries within. So snap your fingers and rub your hands till you can't take the heat no more. Get up out your seats and leave your egos at the front door. Release, receive, manifest, and heal lyrically and spiritually. Welcome to Lyrical Healing Reflections. My name is Porsha the Poet. Peace. So let's make our way over to the ArtIzLifeTv studios, where Art Gang and the collective gather to spread peace, love, and creativity. It's up, you guys. See you there soon. Peace. Porsha the Poet, take one. Peace, family. It's Porsha the Poet, and we are live at the ArtIzLifeTv studios, and we are bringing you guys the pleasure of tuning in to the Lyrical Healing docu-series, the most intentional open mic there is, where we release, receive, manifest, and heal. So I just want to let everybody know a little bit more about who Porsha the Poet is. Outside of lyrical healing, it's been really hard for me to balance who Porsha the Poet is, to be completely honest. Lyrical healing gives me that balance by being able to express myself through the artist. So when I dive into Porsha the Poet, outside of that, I'm a whole life creator. I'm a whole life boss, businesswoman. Everything to me is very calculated. I like to say that I prepare for the show the whole week. So my mind is always like running. Like I have some type of micro mind, even at the show. Like being able to take a minute to connect with people, talk to people, you know, ask people how their day is going. I don't really get a lot of time to do that because Porsha the Poet's just in her mind running around trying to get everything together, make sure everything's going right. Just trying to make sure the energy's flowing, because I like to be at a peaceful vibration within my being. I like to be at a peaceful vibration at the show. I like to be at a peaceful vibration when I rise up in the rising so that my thoughts can be clear. (1424) Anderson Street, my childhood home, bringing back those memories, the memories that I tried to forget, the memories that stay dormant in my mind but come out every time I'm emotionally triggered. If there was one thing I could say to myself as a child, it would be, lift your head up, look in the mirror, love yourself. You are beautiful. You are powerful. Speak your truth. Poetry was my release. Poetry has always been my best friend. And as I think back to everything that I experienced as a child, I realize that it morphed me into the woman that I am today. And the influence that it's had on lyrical healing has been immaculate. As a child, I never really got to experience childhood. I was forced to grow up early. I was forced to accept things that didn't make sense to me. Like why every man I ever had contact with wanted to have fun with me in ways that wasn't pleasurable to my mind, but my body felt those reactions, and before I knew it, I was going along with everything that happened, and as a reaction, I ended up in a space of insecurity. I ended up in a space of dishonesty, in a space of discomfort and neglect. Running from those childhood memories, I seem to reflect constantly replaying those memories that haunt me. There she was left, alone. No mother, no father. Abandonment. The action or fact of abandoning or being abandoned. Dear little me, you're going to be a big influence in the world. You're going to change lives, and you're going to be the difference. Continue writing and expressing yourself. Continue your poetry. Be nicer to your little sister. Don't project your anger onto her. She doesn't understand. Be gentle with her. Be gentle with yourself. Have compassion and be understanding.
Better days, they on the way. Better days on the way, and I ordered them like yesterday. Tomorrow will be better, so I'm not gonna give a fuck today. I'ma smoke my life away, only taking flight today. I might roll a joint, no I might.
So his crib was literally maybe like a year prior my grandmother's crib, the home that my grandmother lived in.
Right, and
so
I moved in right after they moved out. I moved in not knowing though, you feel me, just on some
crazy
seeking out a house in the neighborhood
right.
type joint. It just so happened to be her crib, her grandmother's crib.
So we linked up, Better Days, that was our first track together. Then we started doing more creative things together. I started tagging in with the photography, rapping, like just a whole life.
Nice. ArtIzLifeTv Studios, Porsha the Poet, she on the way. I'll be on the lookout for that documentary, man. Artist Life to God.
Porsha Art, take one.
We linked back up from middle school years later, and it's been a it's been through the roof ever since. Like our whole creative career has been based off of the thrive of one another. Like we kind of been like tag teaming the game.
Okay, back once again, our gang and friends. And we really with the ish, we ain't gotta pretend it, we go up. When it's time, we don't never go down. A bunch of kings and queens and we all got crowns. I'm talking drip or drown, about to bounce right now. Got all my dogs around me, I'm talking piss down.
That's your question. So what is it like to know Porsha the poet as an artist, but to actually know Porsha as a person?
And you know that's crazy. A lot of people who come to the platform don't even get the privilege. If she give you the opportunity to, but like a lot of people don't get the opportunity. But for me to have that opportunity to be able to know like you as a superhero and you as a vulnerable person, because it's like nights you come in from, you know what I'm saying, your whole day, and you come in, you got a vent to me, and we just sit. I'm in the living room just sitting in here doing stuff. And you're like, hey, bro. And we go off just talking about whatever, yo. We spill our whole life, but to answer the question directly, it definitely is an inspiration to me, because it lets me know that, you know, as a superhero, bro, we got problems and we got people. That's why we got our gang to lean on. You feel me? That's why we got friends and stuff to lean on. Like I think I've told you this several times. Like when we having our deep conversations, I done cried in front of you, all that shit. Like that shit made me want to be a better friend. Like made me want to be like shit to anybody in my life in general. Like why am I not calling such and such just to say what's up, bro? Like what you been up to? Like this made me want to do like be a better friend.
To be around people that I can trust and build those relationships, I hold that dear to my heart, and I feel like that's what lyrical healing embodies. A space of safety, a space of growth, a space of darkness and light, so that we all can heal together. And that's why having these everlasting bonds and friendships are so amazing. And I'm very, very grateful for you being a part of the journey before, during, and after. We got a lot that we're working on. Make sure y'all tap in.
I was lost, now found, ain't picture me now. I'm the ish, yeah, same, you don't for me now. I was Gemini, don't try to figure me out. Johnny Boy on the beat, yeah, he did it, no doubt. He's a quarterback, yeah, I'm a receiving round. RIP DMX, aka, ain't no young fish in the air, we could never back down. You don't wanna see the boys, you don't want that out. And I got love for my cousin.
I don't really know how you're feeling. I'm cold in the TP, call me a pilgrim. You shook, cause you can't read the fairy tales in the book and the fiction games that you took. Hot like lava, from Africa, Bambada. Now who's the shotter? Big dreads like a roster. See, I'm another MC from NC that's trying to have a career longer than a centipede. This skinny nigga that's coming in your chimney, I killed Santa Claus and I ate his fucking cookies. See, I'm a rookie in this rap shit locally. I sang for fun, I'm talking about both of me.
At the end of the day, everybody got their own pace and their own way of doing stuff. So you can't stress about what other people got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody chasing the goals. A lot of people chasing the goal. I'm chasing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta go your speed. You gotta go your route. Just want to create more leaders in our culture. They'll look for the wrong person to look up to and follow them in their lifestyle, get in the way, and RIP. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to help. We're trying to just motivate everybody to learn themselves and be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fit in with the crowd at all. You don't have to fit in with the crowd. Be yourself. That's the most biggest blessing that I can think of. Knowing yourself, knowing self-love. You know what I'm saying? Patience. It takes patience, man. Your goal takes patience. You know, I ain't got there yet, but we grind. It takes patience. Shout out to Johnny one time on YH Tunes and courtesy of the Mac Tunes. The motherfucking general, the freaking Mandar, Dexter's Laboratory put together. You know what I'm saying? Johnny one time. I'm trying to tell y'all these records.
This shit sometimes, you see, I be in my feelings when I spit sometimes. It be like, boy, where you from? Countryside cruise, I can see it. I'm around. I grew up in that city where that queen, where the crowd.
It's your boy TQ, what it do, man? I'm a hip-hop vocalist, here to spread peace through my lyrics. I'm thankful for the lessons that showed me to do right. I'm thankful for the individuals that sit and pray for me. I'm thankful for the genuine love that is no make-believe. I'm thankful for the gift in me to get some kind of guidance. I'm thankful to know how to move fast and move in silence. I'm thankful to know how to turn my head away from drama. I'm thankful to know how to move like me and all this trauma. I'm thankful to have a great relationship with pops and mama. I'm thankful and blessed to have a real cordial baby mama. I'm thankful to have some common sense to spend time with my kids. I'm missing out on action shit. It is what it is. Responsibilities first, and now I thought you knew that. Watch how you react, cause your enemies, they don't deserve your energy. As far as hip hop, man, well, I think I've been creative my whole life, but as far as like knowing what to be creative was, you know what I'm saying? Probably around like 14, 15, you know, my pops was a hip hop artist, you know. I was always around hip hop and the music, you know what I'm saying? So I just really came to that, you know. And it was always there. So awesome. The creativity was already in me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know like as far as when it started or, you know, like
Yes. Let's take your kindness for a weakness until you snap. They niggas lost as if they lost track of the map. They be like, oh, you a devil, negative vibe, you get tripping. I thought you was out here spreading peace. I see you out here flipping. And that's a shame. See, ain't no the peace man, but call me out my name. You a hypocrite, like a holy priest, slaving.
Lyrical healing just definitely builded more confidence, you know what I'm saying, in my voice. You know what I'm saying, like doing my songs without the beat, you know what I'm saying, and doing the acapella and really getting the words out there to people's ears. You know, they really feel it and they love my music. You know, when I play my music and I see them vibing to it, it just made me want to keep doing it, you know what I'm saying, and putting positive words in their head.
Chillin' with my queen and eating on some salmon cocaine. On the countryside, till y'all don't bother nobody. That's why when you listen to that copy low, that hurt somebody. Hey, I wanna make me wanna ride. Hey,
it's a different energy in Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of different sides between, we got the gangster music, and then we got the lyrical stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got the healing, and it's her like bringing out people's emotions and stuff whenever she's doing her events and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we need in Charlotte. We need more positive people putting out positive vibes and stuff, and so definitely shout out to Porsha the Poet on that.
To have wrapped around your heart. Invite everyone to join me for a cleansing breath, which is a deep inhale as we
tonight. How you feel about your performance?
Lit, man. The crowd was beautiful. Like the crowd was beautiful. Like I felt connected to everybody in the crowd, and just the love was there, man. It just made me turn up even more, man. So y'all gotta come out here to Lyrical Healing on motherfucking Wednesdays at Safari Lux Lounge.
When Porsha said who needs a release, I automatically was thinking it was me. See, I got some shit buried deep inside me like a treasure chest. And it's hard to open up when I'm too busy stroking my ego and not my soul. See, so many stories untold, so many cries of oh whys and oh no's replaying in my head like a bad movie. See, my lower self doesn't want me to grow. So in my mind, my bad memories are always gonna go. I am now ready to set me free and let me grow. Grow into the woman that God designed me to be. To live whole, creatively and fluidly. No more makeup to hide what I don't like because they won't like, because what's inside shines bright.
I found out about Lyrical Healing through TQ, what it do. That's been my homeboy since middle school, and one day on Facebook I seen that he was performing somewhere, and I've never been to an open mic, not from my knowledge, and I was like, I want to do something. This is always something I wanted to do, and I like his music. And you know, I went, and after I went, I was in there crying the first time I went. I'll never forget, Porsha looked me in my eyes. Something about me caught her attention, and she's like, how you doing? And she was just smiling, and I felt like really comfortable, and I felt good. And I needed to be there because I was just going through shit. And it was good to go there by myself and to hear him and other beautiful people. And I got a reading. I got some crystals, and I supported people in there, and, you know, I cried, and it felt really good. And ever since then, it's been lit. I am in love with lyrical healing, and I'll never let it go.
Tap in to your dark side, whether that be you sitting with yourself, whether that be you crying with yourself, whether that be you surrendering to your dark side and just letting it be. Now, will it feel the best? No. It won't feel the best. You'll feel emotions that you probably don't want to feel. You may want to do things that probably don't even seem right, but tap in, face, release, so that you can receive. And I share this information with people because I feel like it's important that you know. Like, I don't feel like going to any other platform, they're going to say things like this, because we focus on artistry. And like I was saying at the beginning of the show before a lot of you guys got here, it's cool to be an artist and it's great to pursue that, but what about your mental state? What about how you cope? What about how you are feeling in the inside that affects your artistry, that affects your music, that affects you recording, that affects you performing? Lyrical healing is projecting your words, whether it be through poetry, music, art, any form of creativity where you are projecting your voice. And we heal when we do that because we're using our throat chakra to heal lyrically. So lyrical healing is literally a true manifestation of being able to lyrically heal yourself. And I know this to be true because everyone that's been a part of this movement, even if they've only came to one show, they always leave with gems. They always leave in a higher level of consciousness. Like, they just have something to take with them that helps them on their journey, which is ultimately their journey of healing. Right. So there you go, a lyrical healing.
Yeah.
Great to tell that I was depressed or I've been going through something, because everybody connects with somebody in some way. So that's why I make music, so if other people like in other places is down or sad or just going through a situation.
I think when you run into trouble, you can't blame yourself all the time. Or when you have to deal with a difficult situation, sometimes you just have to deal with the difficult situation straight up. And it'll make you better if you deal with it rather than try to run away from it.
What you're doing here with the platform that you have created is very beautiful, and I can tell that it comes from your heart.
So one day I realized my mind was my reason to smile. It took a while because I was distracted with immature politics, my work life, my personal life. Man, I just needed to go places, so I rolled up, took a puff, then cascaded galaxies. I never knew the solitude of my own mind could be such an amazing place. It's just sometimes when I'm having a rough time, I think thoughts that arrange themselves as if I'm having a conversation. The Invisible Reach Network is compiled of artists, typically mostly poets, but it's really just all forms of artistic people from all over the world coming together under one umbrella so that we can all be found, so that our art can be found, so that we can learn together and grow together, so that we can help push poetry and art as in general into the next level. So it's not really about any one of us. That's the reason why it's Invisible Reach. It's about the art that we have, the art that we produce, the art that we share. Lyrical healing inspired the Invisible Reach Network by allowing, I'd say, artists of all capacities, artists, no matter their genre of art, their style of art, their style, to just allow them to come up and out and share their art in a welcoming atmosphere and in a very relaxed atmosphere and an opening and an atmosphere that makes you want to release.
We got spiritual purposes, let's not forget. Like, we still got families and we still got things that we got to deal with to break through these generational curses. Let's not forget we gonna all need each other in a resourceful way come soon. Like, let's not forget there's gonna come a time when there's not a stage to hit. Let's not forget there's gonna come a time when there's not a mic that you can touch. Like, let's not forget about building ourselves sufficiently to, you know, survive during those times, because ultimately, I mean, we already know history repeats itself, and if history repeats itself, there's going to be a fall. And when I say fall, I mean a fall of the elite. And when they fall, there's going to be a lot of us that suffer because we are solely depending on them for our water, for our electricity, for our food. So I mean, Unless you got some land somewhere, unless you got some type of off-grid type of electricity and energy source, I mean, you focusing on a little bit of the wrong things. Like I said, balance. It's cool to be about your craft. It's cool to be about your passions. But let's not forget, like I said, you got to be resourceful. You got to have a backup plan, and you have to have a community of people who you can call on. You got to have soldiers ready to stand up for you. You got to have people that you can go to and trade resources with, people you can barter with, people you can exchange services and goods with, because, I mean, our government is going to fall. It already has.
Yeah.
So
several times.
So yeah, that's the type of things that I stress about on the back end of everything. Like, yeah, it's all fun, lights, camera, action. Like I said in my poetry, it's all fun, lights, camera, action. But what about when shit get real? Because shit is real. It's happening right before our...
We have our opening performer about to come and hit the stage. She's new to the Lyrical Healing family, but she's about to get your ears a nice little vibe. Y'all make some noise and give some energy to Ashley Nicole!
If I can tell y'all can I tell y'all the story?
Yeah.
Alright, so I met this guy, I knew him for a couple of years, right? I'm thinking we cool, we kikiing and and you feel me? You know, until I threw out a joke and he wasn't quite trying to catch that shit, and so bitch was the name that he chose with no restraint. My feelings were disregarded by a little boy with a big ego. Pride got in the way and he was no longer able to think. Think about the consequences that this odor would create. Yeah. Bitch was the name that he chose for me, like a prostitute in relation to a pimp. It runs so loudly across my thoughts as if it was scrolling on the blimp, but however, whenever, no never will I ever give him or anybody else the opportunity of...
I am Ashley Nicole, Coley Cole, Ice Cold, Cold World, and sometimes Coco, or Stephen and Randall's baby sister, or maybe even, you know, the one that looks exactly like Britney. Either way, it's me.
I don't know about any of you women, but I will not subject myself to anything other than you calling me by my name or a woman. I am a woman above everything else, from the crown of my head that I gotta let slip to the swish of my walk, from the sway of my hips. I have the strength like no man. I do all that I can. I stand on my own 2 feet. So please do not flee because I have an opinion. Now you can halt and be quiet. Shit, allow me to speak because I am. A woman. You can hear it in the rhythm of my strong words. I demand understanding, therefore I am not weak. I take the abuse of no one because I am a gift, a substance. So you can take me as I am or watch me as I go. I come to you with peace. There is no need to hear me roar. Yeah. Take me as I am, or watch me as I go. I come to you with peace. There's no need to hear me roar. I am.
My upcoming goals are for the remaining of this year would be me working on my poetry album and a poetry book to go with it. You can find me at Ashley Nicole ANA on Facebook and Instagram, or you can check me out on my website at ashleynicoledesigns.com.
Yo, what's good? Got that man one time in the building. What's good with you, man? Nigga, alive. How you feeling? Feeling good, feeling great, bro. First day of 2021, my man got his laptop on deck. Hey.
Time to work again. Yeah, man.
Don't stop at all.
This right here is Johnny One Time. He is the producer, the beat producer. He done made all types of hits for the gang. He done produced TQ whole album. Jim and Alien, some new tracks on the way. The documentary on the way, bro. Do all the covers, man. This is the mastermind behind the vibes, bro. You feel me? Yeah. You are tuned in to Art Gang Live, man. Let's get it.
We spread peace.
There's an album out right now. There's an album out right now called Planes.
Tap in.
YH Art Gang. That is a dope album. If y'all like anything that y'all just heard, go tap into that album right now. Fully produced by me. Everybody that you see over here right now is on that album. If y'all like any of that, go check that out right now.
What was the inspiration behind naming the album Planes?
The inspiration behind Planes, I went through like a week just looking in the sky, and I was like, dang, I wonder where they're going. And one day I sat down, I was like, dang, I wonder where I'm going. I wonder where Porsha's going. I wonder where Art's going. I wonder where TQ, I wonder where E going. I wonder where the whole squad is going. So I named it Planes because I feel like, you know, we out of here. That's the only way I can really describe it. We out of here. That was the first one of many others to come. But right now, y'all go type in One Time into any of your streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify. It's gonna be the first thing that pop up. Planes is dope. Y'all go check that out.
Hey, tell me what you hear when spirits in your ear. Hey, tell me what you feel when it's in the atmosphere. It's too real. I said, tell me what you hear when spirits in your ear. Hey, tell me what you feel when it's in the atmosphere. It's too real. You already know it's your boy Deja Vu, the guru, tapping in for the lyrical healing documentary. Oh my God, this is such an honor. To be completely honest, like the performer that I am currently is almost exclusively thanks to Porsha and what Lyrical Healing has done for me, not only as an artist, but as a being and as a higher existence, and being able to tap and tune directly more into source energy, you know, being able to release all of that excess energy, being able to receive and fellowship with one another, being able to manifest and dream big, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm still in the process of healing, but you know what I'm saying, a lot of us are, and you know, that's something that requires you know, being uncomfortable. You know, shadow work requires facing some of those harder to face things, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result will drive you insane.
You wanna know why I be doped up, fucked up, why I be frying my brain? I'm talking crack pipes, needles, that shit in your veins. I'm talking popping pills of that X in any drink you can name. That's my escape from reality, the release of my pain when the thoughts of the inevitable keep screaming my name. You see, I know right from wrong, but I'd rather be wrong than right. Cause when
my relationship is definitely connected to Lyrical Healing. Me and my partner have been together for 10 years. And throughout my time hosting Lyrical Healing, my partner has been by my side the most behind the scenes than anyone else. She knows me and what I experience and deal with outside of being Porsha, the poet, the host, and the CEO. She knows me for who I really am. So yeah, our partnership definitely has a lot to do with Lyrical Healing. What I want people to understand is words are powerful, and that's why I call our relationship a partnership. That's why I'm calling our wedding a celebration of love, because we are committing to a lifetime partnership. We're not committing to anything financial, anything that is bonding us in a materialistic way. And I feel like a lot of people in society feel like marriage secures their relationship. And for me, it was never us being married that secured our relationship. It was that commitment to being loyal to each other, to being lifetime partners, to continue growing spiritually together. So yeah, shout out to Sete Masete. Sete Masete means I am that I am. Sete Masete has been my life partner many lifetimes ago. She actually does a lot of my therapeutic work when it comes to lyrical healing, like making sure that I take time out to myself. She encourages me a lot to unplug and detach from lyrical. She helps me realize and understand that I can't have attachment to anything, because an attachment is unhealthy. Connected to everything, attached to nothing. Because when you have attachments, we learn that we have a hard time letting go. And some things you have to let go, even if it's just for a season. You know, this is one of the most lucrative lessons she has ever taught me. The elevation has been so unreal. We have grown in ways spiritually that are unimaginable. I started going to church with her. Like we were in church together. You know, like going to church every Sunday. Like that was just our routine. Like we were looking and searching for Christ together. And now that we have found new ways of living and we joined forces together, it's even more powerful knowing that we grew up and had that spiritual journey and religious journey together, where we were both afraid of going to hell. Like we were both tainted by being called lesbians and gay and things like that, and now that's not something that we worry or carry. We don't carry the fear of the world. You know, we no longer fear going to hell because we understand that everything is a mindset and perception, and my way may not be your way, but there is 1,010,000 ways to live life, to skin a cat, a chicken, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we found a lot of peace together and a lot of clarity, and we've learned a lot of lessons. So once again, shout out to my baby, shout out to my world. Sete Masete, I love you. And speaking of her, we just pulled up to her crib. Let's go see what she's doing, guys.
Lord, teach me how to use the Holy Spirit. Teach me how to recognize false prophets with false doctrines created to blind me. Deprive me of my own being. I am powerful. I am spiritual. A soul manifested in a human body. I am electronic. I'm realizing that I am in a coma, and no man-made religion can divide me any longer. The hypocrisy of Christianity, the devil in disguise. I hunger to understand the word of Ra. I speak a language that has taught me to curse and cast spells. Our young black children entering spelling bees to receive a star upon their heads, blocking their pineal glands. Schools created by the Masons, secret societies gaining knowledge, causing me to awaken from my 24 years of life in a deep sleep. I am blind. Born in Babylon, I live under a cursed nation, mentally enslaved by the white man's law. Rise up, they said, my ancestors calling from within. Wise up, they said, my ancestors calling from within. All praises be to the Most High. To Most High what? The Most High God. My God, please reveal yourself to me. It's taken me 24 years of life to realize that God is in me. Created in the image of God, I am a black queen. Energy is infinite. Becoming conscious, I'm in the midst of a spiritual awakening, vibrating at a higher frequency. God is in me. I stopped looking in the sky and start looking in the mirror to become one with God. Aligned chakras, meditation, understanding that I play a major part in life's creation, manifestation of the things I desire, becoming one with the higher power. God is in me.
Truth is, I'm afraid if I release control, I just won't give a fuck. That mindfulness to assess situations would just explode and create alien-like beings from stardust. And now here I am, confused. I thought I had wraps over my emotions until I started having flashbacks and convulsions, roller coasting the west side of my theories where dominance resides, slapping myself in the head over and over again, hoping I'd have amnesia. Oops, I forgot that what is not always what it seems. Just call me delusional. My thoughts are always creating illusions that shape shift into reality, and now I'm sitting here sad and mad at me. No one else is held accountable for this tragedy of unhealthy attachments. Feelings. Damn, they feel so good. to contain what cannot be inflamed, ignoring the source of this inflammation from information which has not yet been obtained. It's just way too much. My energy is ignited, building bonds with my dark side. Yes, all thoughts are invited. No wait, never mind. I'm blinded by this rabbit hole called life. I'm stuck in between caring so much and not giving a fuck, fighting demons and entanglements of lust, then trying to decipher if it's meant to be or not meant for me. I'm stuck. Man, fuck this shift. I'm so over being enlightened. It comes with way too much power and responsibility with many lonely nights. Light being, running from the light, cause every door leads to darkness. Although there's a key harnessing the harvest of infinite peace, this revolving door keeps leading back to me. And here I am, picking up all the missing pieces. There's no puzzle, just riddles, filled with personifications of the truth. No borders or sections that separate territory because it's all one and the same. And division is the link to every chain. Sometimes I just feel insane. Call me crazy, but truth is, there are no truths, only experiences, cause and effect, molding the depths of your perception. A world full of deception, revolving doors of reflections, harboring trauma and rejection. Life contracts with no pamphlet and maps with no legends. I'm steady stressing. Running off of pure energy, I am a reflection of the sun. The moon is my imagination, and there's an army in my head orchestrating this symphony tonight. Pause. Close your eyes. No lights. Now, open your eyes. Take off the goggles. This simulation called the Matrix can't take you any farther. Truth is, I'm afraid if I release control, I just won't give a fuck. Does anybody feel where I'm coming from?